guys, this is Top Arculum, and I'm here with Ayugi, our RuneScape co-host. He is also, if you didn't know, Hayward friend from the Minecraft series, but he also plays RuneScape, and he's good at it, so I thought he would be a good co-host. Right now, we're not doing an actual video, we're doing a podcast. That basically means we're just going to be talking about the RuneScape news for June, and you can just listen to it while playing RuneScape or anything you want, and just listen to it in the background. It's good if you're bored, and it also just tells you a lot about the news. So, June has a lot of interesting updates. So, the first one is Deadliest Cat, and I'll just read that for you right now. This month's Master Quest will ring bells for anyone interested in the guaranteed content polls. As named by you, the sea monster Thalassus has been terrorizing the cold and inhospitable oceans to the north. No one has survived to sketch a picture of this hulking beast, but the inns are full of rumors. Thalassus is the size of the wizard's tower, they say. Sailors are eaten and digested while still alive in its belly. Fisherman Jones wants to end the scare stories by landing the beast, gaining a little glory in the process. To join him, you'll need a fishing level of 70, a hunter level of 67, and a thieving level of 60. And there's wieldable fishing nets on offer, and a range of bank deposit boxes to unlock if you do. The quest also offers you the opportunity to embark 10 more times for additional hunter XP, should you prove to be an environment and viable harpooner. So, what do you think about this, Ayugi?
I think it's a pretty good quest. It seems kind of hard, but if you have the right equipment and if you have the right food, then it'll be like a blast because you can do it 10 times. The hunter level can just go straight up. It's probably great for people who are a little low in cash because hunter is one of the best known skills to make some quick money because red chimchampas sell for, what is it now, like 350 GP?
No, they're like red chimchampas are like almost 1K each.
And they're stackable, so you never, ever have to dig.
Yeah, and the higher hunter is, even after you reach the requirement, the more common it is to catch one and not just have your trap fail, so that's really good. The only problem is that I don't have those skills. I'm more of a combat person. One thing I wonder is if you have to actually fight the Thalassus, or if it's just something that's that you catch with the skill, or if it's actually a combat-related quest. But seeing as there's no combat requirements whatsoever, I'm sort of doubtful on that. Also, I've never seen a monster as big as the Wizard's Tower, and I'd like to see what it would look like in game. So that's actually the first update of the month. And yeah, it looks pretty interesting. So the second one I'm even more excited for. It's called Troll Invasion, and I'll just read that for you now. Forget forum trolls. If you want a real nuisance, you can't beat the real thing. Trolls are swarming down the hills of Birthrope and threatening to lay waste to an Imperial guard that gets in their way. Who can stop them? Well, you, of course, but in two very different ways. This month's single-player distraction and diversion allows you to choose between taking the trolls on in straight combat or tending the defenses that hold them back. Better still, there are no requirements to do so. Take to the battlefield and you will face 20 raids of increasingly belligerent trolls, from the common mountain troll to the summoning troll, dynamite troll, and cliff, who, you've probably guessed, ate an entire cliff face for his first meal. If that proves too easy, there is a more intense 7-wave version to conquer, which has an increased difficulty level. For the skill-focused among you, there is an option of keeping the gatehouse maintained instead. Tend to the ballista, top up the oil vats, and repair broken backades to keep the trolls from being successful. Your actions will increase the morale of the troops, who will fight back with increased vigor. Hold out for 10 minutes, the time it takes for a troll to get hungry for burnt meat cooking, and victory is yours. You will gain an XP tome for your first defense each month, and smaller XP rewards for any defense you complete after that. What do you think about that, Ayugi?
I think this one's going to be really, really good for people who just don't have those big skills, because it's a distraction under our version, so you don't need requirements. Requirements would help because you'd be able to get further along, but still, I think it's an amazing idea. It might have been suggested, but I think these quests that you can just do over and over are really going to help people out, and you're going to see a lot better people out there PvPing, skilling, just hanging around the G.
Yeah, I think Jagex has started to realize that they're a little different than the other MMORPGs in the fact that the average training way in RuneScape is to just kill monsters over and over and over, or to do a skill, let's say fishing, just continue fishing. While in most other games, at least for combat, it's more oriented on not fighting something over and over again. They just have a group of instances or quests that you can do again and again that includes some combat and gives rewards every single time. So I think they're trying to implement a little of that into the game. And it sounds a little bit like the fight caves to me. I don't know if that's just me, but the thing where there's waves of increasingly difficult monsters, at least in the first version of the Troll Invasion minigame, it sounds a lot like fight caves, and I really want to see what the rewards are for this. Do you think you would want to do this when it came out, Ayuki?
Probably. The fight caves are so much fun, and the rewards are great. And I'd like to say something just like the fight caves, except in quest formation, so there are probably different events. Different events that take place. It's like a little bit of change, but it makes a lot more fun. And it's just a whole new storyline to follow, I guess, because I don't think the trolls have ever attacked Splitfoot before, have they?
Yeah, there's a group of quests on those. It includes Death Plateau.
Hey, I've done that.
Oh, you've done Death Plateau? Okay.
Yeah, I just never followed the storyline.
Yeah, basically there's just a lot of trolls there. It's actually a big series. There's Troll Romance. Oh, okay. The series is basically Desert Plateau, Troll Stronghold, followed by Troll Romance. And if you even look on the world map, there's just a lot of troll foundations right north of Birthrope. So I think now just that they're actually able to invade the city. And then there's one other thing. I know this is a little off topic, but I know that the newest update in RuneScape, not in the behind the scenes June, but something that actually came out from Nick Sagas, was slightly a disappointment, at least to me, because I was expecting when it said you can do it again and again, you can actually get the reward every single time, which is what they made it sound like. But then once it actually came out, it turns out that after you do it the first time, you don't get a reward from doing it, so it's just something for fun that doesn't give any XP or anything, and I think that's a little dumb that they made it sound like you can do it again and again, and you get rewards from it, and it's great XP if it's only great XP one time.
Well, that's just the regular quests, and those have been really successful. I mean, regular quests, most of them are also fun, so we don't really have to worry that much, because we know it's still going to be good. Maybe it's not as good as something else, but it's still going to be good.
Yeah, I know. It just
quests we've made, I don't think there's one bad quest except for
Remnant Trials. I hated.
Well, they're just long quests. Yeah, people don't like long quests because they can be completely annoying.
I'm just saying that they made it sound like it was a cool new thing that you can do over and over and get a lot of XP from. And honestly, Ayugi, if you had the option to do Death Plateau as many more times as you wanted, but you didn't get any reward whatsoever from doing it, would you do it again?
I I guess not, because it just takes time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Which is a little weird that they would give you that option. I guess some players, if they're bored, would want to do this quest because from the trials, because they're combat based and they look pretty fun. But I think in the future, Jagex would have a much better time, maybe not giving the full reward after you complete it over and over, but at least giving something.
Yeah, I would like a little bit something, like even XP, I don't know.
10K?
Like, yeah, like a few gems or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
They could make it a lot better, but for now, this is what we have, I guess. So.
And then the loyalty rewards, which are actually mentioned at the start and the end of the June, behind the scenes June. So I'll just read the start, and it says, eager to try out a new item slot? Forget rings, quivers, or shoe slots. If you're fashionable, you'll want an aura slot. And so that's talking about the loyalty rewards, I'm pretty sure. And this is, I'll just read its description specifically. Last but not least, this month sees a huge selection of exciting rewards that you'll be able to access through the members' loyalty program. Earn loyalty points to unlock a fantastic range of items, from custom titles to unique emotes, exclusive new costumes, and amazing auras in a new player-worn slot. Don't forget to register with these 2 weeks of launch to take advantage of our introductory offers with a fantastic selection of rewards. Have fun, Modmark. So that sounds pretty cool. What do you think, Ayugi?
It sounds great, yeah. I'm just not sure what they're going to be. I mean, I know that nobody's sure, but, and I'm still trying to keep it like a surprise, but, I don't know, that was kind of introductory, I think, but they could do a little bit more.
Oh yeah, I'm a little excited for this because I know a lot of the quests so far have offered an option to take good or evil sides in the quest, and of course they can't mess up the entire game by having one person going and for the rest of the game have a slightly different game being played than another person. And so in those quests, the results are always the same no matter which path you choose, good or evil. And those quests include, well, what's the one before Wild Gothic Sleeps? Well, anyway, that quest, you deal with Lucian in it, and you can either help him or help the Guardians of Armadale, and either way, he gets away. There's Hazel's Cult, where you can either choose to help these cultists bring back this ancient warrior, Amazrat, or you can try to stop them, but both ways they end up summoning him. And it'll add a new depth to those quests where there's an option. Well, at least I'm hoping that that's sort of where your aura will change. And I'm hoping some of the rewards will either look good or it will give new sets of armor or weapons or something that aren't too bad, but they're mostly just to show who you're allied with. Sort of like, I don't know, if you always choose the good side in all the quests and you do other specific things to get your good level up, then you'll have paladin armor, and if you always do bad things, then you'll have, I don't know, deathly armor or something that's like black. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's an amazing idea. Jagex always comes up with great things, but I think this one's one of their best because now you can show kind of what side you're on. And it's great for PvP because it also shows progress, and people sometimes get scared of progress, especially other people's progress. Sometimes they get jealous, and it's a whole new level of showing off because there wasn't much for showing off like with quests before. Maybe they give you a quest item, but that's all. People always ask you like, "Where's that from? What's that?"
Yeah.
And it's cool, but now you have these good and evil sides, and you're going to have these loyalty codes and everything. I think it's going to just add